G'day, Warbles on a lot. To YouTube, particularly to Gary at Inmendham. I've just had a look at your response to my response to your comments on my video. And I've got to say, Gary, you're not paying attention, mate. You're trying to do an armchair analysis of something that I've done 4 years of experimentation and observation on. I've logged every engine startup and shutdown time for a year. I've been logging every fuel purchase for 11 years. I'm capable of driving for 2 years cruising on 90 kilometres an hour to try and reduce my fuel burn in comparison with cruising at 100 k's on the highway. I'm kind of an obsessive. The Australian Government Commonwealth Scientific Industrial Research Organisation spent 5 months going through my data, reviewing the SunFoil project report and update. And they couldn't find any bullshit in it, Gary. What I'm telling you is that it's perfectly normal for a motor car to have a battery that's 25% flat, and when the battery is 25% flat, the alternator is 25% output, and that may be 60% of your fuel burn if you're driving around in town at 50 kilometres an hour. With me personally, because 75% of my driving's on the highway and the alternator at 25% was only sucking 2 horsepower from my old 1983 vintage engine with my old 1983 vintage electrical system. My overall fuel burn saving, the way I've got this thing set up, at 100 kilometres an hour I'm saving about 32%. If I raise my cruise speed from 100 to 105, then I'm saving 28.5%, but I'm cruising 5% faster. I don't know whether you can see that, Gary, but that's the full moon, all right? And I've got a floodlight on the camera so that you can see the car. In the moonlight, like this. This thing cuts my aerodynamic fuel burn by 3.5%. In the sunlight, it cuts it by 4.5%. But the electrical reduction to the fuel burn is 25%. And Gary, I'm not making it up. If you could sort of calm down from the antinatalist treadmill for long enough to search SunFoil and have a look at some of the movies I've already posted. SunFoil Science runs 15 minutes and it's got all the raw experimental data. SunFoil Short Talk gives you the CSIRO evaluation and it explains how to measure whatever car you've got for a solar panel. The construction clips for the Mark 1, the Mark 2, the Mark 3 are up there. The Mark 4 was built by a friend of mine, and there are currently 12 clips of the in-progress construction of the Mark 5 to go on my son's turbocharged Holden Rodeo. All right? And whereas this thing on my car saves 5.3 litres of petrol a week, the Mark 5, same size panel on a more modern engine on a more modern electrical system, it's going to save 8 litres a week. All right? And you know what, Gary? Most people don't have their car wrapped up undercover. Most people park their car in the fucking driveway so they can show it off to the neighbours because it's a case of keeping up with the Joneses. Their garage is full of their camping gear and the kids' ping pong table. Not many people keep their car covered up like they used to back when we were kids, mate. Go and have a look in suburbia. It's all changed. But I got to say, Gary, as cold as it was out there filming the movie tonight, thanks very much for your response. I appreciate it. Ciao.